Good evening, family. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and I don't know about you, but man, listen, the age of the primes has taken over my wallet, and I like it. When this was first announced, I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, and now I'm invested. Mine is Star Convoy. You look at it. You see, it's coming together. Yes, that is Reactivate Optimus in place of Star Convoy until I paint Power Master Optimus to look like it. Only because I want Power Master Optimus to like somewhat scale and not just have this shelf and then one, 17-inch toy. But we'll see as the future goes on, because y'all know me. I'm prone to say I'm not gonna get it, and then it'll be here in before 8 o'clock. Anyway, let's talk about it though, ladies and gentlemen. Now they do have their QC issues, each one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even Onyx, his shoulder tab likes to pop out. One leg is a little bit loose. Alpha Trion. What was his? Oh, one thing I noticed about him. I mean, granted, I understand they might. It's not studio series, so they're not necessarily trying to be cartoon accurate or accurate to whatever. But his feet should be pink. I did a post on my channel about if his feet should be silver, feet should be blue, because in the cartoon there's three different colored feet. He has blue feet in one episode, silver feet in another episode, and pink feet in another one. Either way, still an amazing toy. And an incredible set of things that he comes with. I love the Covenant of the Primes and the Quill. The jet mode is cool. I was worried about it when I first saw it because I was like, you can see his head peeking out. But then when you have it in hand, it's really not that bad. I mean, you would have to look for it, kinda, if you didn't know what you were looking at. But out of all of them so far, yes, Megatronus is awesome. Yes, he is. He's a solid brick of a tank. Even he has his little issues here and there, some hollowness, like looking at the tank, depending on how you look at it. But for the most part, every one of them, even Prima, turned out to be cool. Now let's talk about this Battle Sea Titan that we thought, when I first saw it, I was like, oh boy, they're going to announce a new Titan. And they did, but it's not a toy. Nor will this be a toy, I don't think. Now, he does share some, like a IDW Fort Max kind of vibe to him, and a Metroplex kind of vibe, but not really. But yeah, the Battle Sea Power Station apparently is a type that we supposedly will never get a toy of. Not that I would want one, of just a random power station that's not even in my country. No disrespect to y'all. I'm sure that'd be great. If they made like an Atlanta power station or something like that, it'd probably be something I still wouldn't buy because it wasn't in the cartoon. But yeah, this is for the comics. This is for, more media. Like they're just hyping it up. They little pins, t-shirts, book bags. But yeah, apparently this is going to be in a new little series of comic books. So, hey. Also, the Activate Your alt mode was revealed, and all I see is a backwards gun. I don't care who you are. All I see is a laser gun backwards, period. I see the whale. And what is this? Is this like the extra pieces? Is this some kibble that pops off? Is this a detachable piece? I guess we will find out in time when this is revealed, the actual toy. Looking at it, no. I know years ago I didn't buy animals or beasts or whatever, and now I got Monkey Prime and the other Prime and so forth and so on, and Onyx, the leader, the precursor to Beast Wars toys. But nah, I'm out on Shock Whale. Shock Whale might just go ahead and stay in the store. But let's talk about the age of the primes again. So Onyx came yesterday, and it's such a joy. I didn't even open it until today, as bad as I wanted it. When I first saw the age of the primes, this was the one that made me like, yeah, I just might collect a few of these. I had to have Prima just because he was, the first Prime. I had to have Solus because she was the first female. And then I got Megatronus. And then I got Alchemist because he was just randomly sitting at Walmart, and a lot of them still are. Out of all of them, at first I thought Prima was the weakest one, and he's actually not. Honestly, Alchemist is, to me, is the weakest toy. And like the most, not boring, but the fact that he just turns into a regular like minivan, like nothing special about it. Like it looks like a regular van. His robot mode is cool. And I appreciate the fact that they made Mac Adams, for the first time, a transformable one. Everybody loves the Energon bartender. I get it. But out of all of them so far, and again, I do not have Star Convoy. Maybe one day I'll pick him up, maybe not. But so far, Alpha Trion and Onyx are my two favorites. Alpha Trion because of who he is and what he comes with. I love the Covenant of the Prime. I love the Quill. Onyx, second favorite. Now, what you're seeing right here is that 1 minute short that everybody's watching that I made about 20 minutes ago. But you're seeing the QC issues, the behind the scenes. That shoulder piece loves to pop off because the two hooves spin around the waist and then come over the shoulders, right? So anytime you do that, if you don't have everything cleared away, like it's gonna bump into that shoulder piece and it pops off. Now, mind you, yes, it pops right back on, but still. Now, Soulless, her pieces would fly off. I can't quite remember. The skirt would fly off on mine, and like the arm and one of the wheel parts. But I mean, it's simple, you know what I mean. But like with Onyx, fresh out the box today, the shoulder popped off, and then one piece on his wing would disconnect every time I would move it. I was watching a review of someone else's vert copy, and he was saying that the leg was a little bit loose on his. Luckily, it's a very small like eyeglass screwdriver. So you can just go in there and tighten it up and everything's fine. The wing pops right back on. Now, what I found weird was the fact that Onyx transforms in 12 steps. This was the one because like, look at Megatronus. Megatronus is what, 52 steps? Something crazy like that? And like Soulless is quite a bit. The box is right next to me. I just don't feel like reaching over to look. But what I'm saying is 12 steps, that was something. That was something, and that honestly makes it enjoyable to me. The fact that it can be so intricate and only be 12 steps. Yeah, look at my boy. See, this is what I do when I make these shorts. I play in the middle of it, and then I just cut out all the stuff, speed it up, and throw a dope song on it, and hope y'all like it. But playing with it, like going from robot to the dragon, is not even 1, 2, 3. Not even 12 steps. And then to go from the dragon to the centaur, you just basically switch the heads and stand them up at the waist. I mean, at the abs. That's it. But is he fun? Yeah, very much so. And especially when like the posing, being that you have 6 legs or 4 legs to stand on. It's my favorite one so far. But we'll be back later on to talk about some sound wave and some other stuff. It's your buddy the 14th Prime.